People. Que pasa, sapa, say what they do. Now, people, the verdict is in. The verdict is in. And Tesha Miller was found guilty. We are speaking about a unanimous decision by the jury of 7. People, we know that yesterday the judge, I think her name is Georgina Frazier, she gave the case to the jury and they deliberated today. And people, it seems like it took them less than a few hours to find him guilty. So therefore that means that it was overwhelming. That means that the evidence was overwhelming in the favor of the prosecution. That means that the prosecution basically stated their case clearly and the jury believed everything or most things that they said, or it was without a shadow of a doubt, point blank and period. Now, people, if we understand the history of Tesha Miller, we understand that he has been towing the line. He has been walking on eggshell for over a couple of decades. And as a matter of fact, he is just out recently on an appeal for MVRD3R. And people, like the saying goes, every day the bucket goes to the well, one day the bottom is going to fall out. And people, it seems like this is judgment day. It seems like this is the day that Tesha Miller is going to pay the piper, point blank and period. And when we also consider the fact that he had a high-powered lawyer, we are speaking about Bert Samuels, we are speaking about a top of the top, we are speaking about a top 5 lawyer. People, we see that it did not make much of a difference. So my point is that the amount of money that he paid to this lawyer, we are speaking about in the sums of millions of dollars for a retainer. People, we see that it did not fall in his favor. People, we see that the jury was not convinced by the actions or by the stories of Tesha Miller's lawyer. I am speaking about Bert Samuels. And people, like I said before in a previous blog, it was going to be an uphill battle for this lawyer because he was trying to convince the jury that Tesha Miller did not actually know this key witness or this eyewitness or this prosecution witness. And people, that was always going to be a very hard sell because the witness spoke about Tesha Miller in intricate detail. He spoke about how long he known Tesha Miller. He spoke about the meetings that they had and the planning. He spoke about the conspiracy to slap away the man. I am speaking about the person that he was actually convicted in this case for. I am speaking about a man whose name is Douglas Chamber. And I am speaking about an incident or a slap away that occurred in June of 2008. So people, we are talking about 11 years. So people, the moral of the story is this. It actually took the justice system, the DPP and the prosecution in excess of about 2 decades to actually catch up to Tesha Miller. And people, like we see, it is now the day of reckoning. It is a time of reckoning and he has to pay the piper. Because he is actually scheduled for sentencing on the 9th of January 2020. And people, we can only expect that he is going to get the max, point blank and period. Now, a very important lesson that I want you to learn, I am speaking about persons on YouTube. When you listen to these YouTube lawyers, when you listen to these YouTube self-professed expert on crime, and they tell you this and they tell you that, just remember, their opinion is just an opinion. They are just telling you how they feel based on their perception or based on their interpretation of the law. Their decision or their thinking or their opinion is no better nor worse than yours. So the moral of the story is this. Stop listening to these YouTube loggerhead lawyers, point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to this. And like I said, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Now, before I move to the next part of my video, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. One word, Jamaica Dancehall Source. Now, the next thing that is popping in the news, we see that there's a little rift between Indecom, the P0L Federation, and also the security minister. And based on what the P0L Federation, we are talking about the JCF, they are saying that Indecom is tying their hands behind them and they are not allowing them to do their job because they are being investigated. And because of this simple fact, the Popo are not able to do their jobs efficiently because it seems like the Popo are now getting abused by the citizens of Jamaica. People, based upon this fact, the security minister decided that he wants to side with the Popo. We are speaking about the Jamaica Popo Federation. Now, people, when we think about this security minister, and I am speaking specifically about Dr. Horace Chang, I have to ask the question, what is his qualification as a crime fighter? Where did he go to school? What is his expertise? How did he actually get this job? Because obviously we see that this man is not the sharpest tool in the shed. We see that this man actually knows zilch about crime fighting. We see that this man just get a post based upon the fact that he have some friends in a big places or in a high places. We are talking about in a politics. Because he actually sided with the JCF. And he actually claims, he alleges that Indecom is actually hampering the police from doing their job. Indecom is making the Popo get abused because of all that is going on in social media. Now, people, when we think about the fact of Indecom, Indecom is an independent body. The job of Indecom is to investigate abuse by the Popo. So therefore, if the Popo is doing everything according to protocol, if they are doing their job according to how it is supposed to do, Indecom has no reason to investigate them. And you cannot actually blame Indecom. You have to blame social media. You have to blame the fact that we are living in a technological age and the fact that everybody have a phone. So therefore, it is exposing the deeds of the Popo and people. We see that they have been acting very bad. And based on all that we have seen on social media, we are supposed to be surprised that more Popo are not sitting in the big yard where they belong, because obviously, based upon them history and based on their action, we see that they are no different from the criminals. So therefore, why would the Popo have a problem with Indecom? Why would the security minister who wants to see Jamaica crime situation solved, why would he have a problem with Indecom investigating corrupt Popo? People, let me know what you think in the comment section. So based on what he is saying, based on what the Popo is saying, like I've said before, it seems like Popo feel like they can do whatever they so choose and get away with it. It seems like this is only validating and verifying. I am speaking about the action of the Popo Federation, and I am also speaking about the security minister, because he is basically endorsing the Popo corruption. He is having a problem with Indecom doing their jobs properly. He is saying that Indecom is supposed to just turn a blind eye and make the Popo them hide behind the badge of corruption. People, do you see why the crime problem in Jamaica still exists? Because we have some people that think very backward. We have some people that it seems like they are promoting crime than they are actually trying to fight crime, point blank and period. So people, like I said, the Popo Federation claims that Indecom is stopping the Popo from doing their job properly, and it is endorsed by the security minister. But people, we have to talk about facts, and when we check the facts, in 2010, before the existence of Indecom, Jamaica was ranked #1 in the whole world per capita for the most Popo slap away or the most Popo corruption in the whole wide world. We are talking about the whole globe. 9 years after Indecom, Jamaica is ranked 4th. Not the best, but definitely with an improvement. So people, we see that Indecom is very effective. And when we think about the history, and when we think about what the Popo and what the security minister is doing in Jamaica, since they've been in power, we have to see that everything is down spiraling. We see that MVRD3R got worse. We see that even with the implementation of SOZO and also the state of emergency, it is still ineffective. So therefore, how is the Popo and how is the security minister blaming Indecom when Indecom is actually effective? Because people, every day we get up and hear the same thing in the news. We see the statistics. It is no secret that their crime fighting strategy is not working. And people, we have to also blame the mindset of the people, because it seems like the people them get out of hand. So we see that Jamaica upon a whole is just down spiraling, out of bounds, out of control, point blank and period. So anyways, after the back and forth, the security minister, we are speaking about Dr. Horace Chang. He decided that he wants to keep a meeting with Indecom and the Popo Federation. However, the Indecom boss, we are talking about Terrence Williams, he said that he does not see any reason for the meeting because it seems like the security minister has already stated its case or picked its side. It is saying that the Popo Federation is correct. However, Terrence Williams also said that he is willing to meet with the Popo Federation to see if they can iron out whatever differences they have. But he does not understand the logic of the Popo Federation, and worse, he does not understand the logic of the security minister. And people, the truth and the fact is that it makes actually no damn sense, point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine, but let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.